it's strange for me because I actually don't really like my vocal tone. I've always wanted a bit of a higher register. Unfortunately, I've had this low one as long as I can remember.
I can see it in your eyes when you look at me. See it in the way you look down when you're smiling at me. You're smiling at me.
On a Zoom with me is the man behind one of our favorite hot hits. Dropping tomorrow. We'll talk about it. We'll talk about the singles. We'll talk about the voice. We'll talk about everything. Tian Nienaber, hello. Welcome to my house in Brakpan. I hope that you enjoy the time here with me.
Danny, thank you so much for having me. I really appreciate it.
Okay, so first things first, Tian. This voice, bro. Wow. I heard the song for the first time and I'd put it on in my studio and I was listening to it. And like, as you started singing, I was like, holy what? Dude, your voice is incredible. Incredible.
Thank you so much. I've been hearing that for a while now with a single. It's strange for me because I actually don't really like my vocal tone. I've always wanted a bit of a higher register. Unfortunately, I've had this low one as long as I can remember, but I've always wanted something a bit higher. I wanted to be a tenor, but you know, we got what we got.
I'm here for it. Also, I really want to know, and because this is like a very specific question to me. Jack Around FM don't play my music, but I listen to a lot of like screamo and metal and stuff, and I can only just, when I heard your voice, I was like, this dude can probably growl. Like this dude can probably growl. Can you growl? I'm not asking you to do it now. Can you?
I've never tried.
Oh my gosh, no, please try. Please try for us. Please do a reel where you do it because it is the hardest thing ever. And I promise you, if you want TikTok followers, just growl at them. Just that's all you have to do. And then tomorrow you'll wake up and you'll have like 20,000 million women going, hi, in your DMs.
I don't even have TikTok. You know, you say TikTok followers. I'm not very good on social media at all. It's something I've been struggling with as long as I can remember. I can play guitar, sing a bit, you know, I can write. That's what I do. So the social media thing is weird, but I'm definitely going to give it a try. Then I'll send it to you and then you can say yay or nay.
Well, I mean, I might keep it and say nay, but we never know, you know? But no, listen, if you can play guitar, which you can, and sing and growl on TikTok, I think you could like stop focusing on all of the others because TikTok will take care of everything.
I've heard that it's a platform that goes huge quickly if you do it right. I haven't even downloaded the app or checked it out. Maybe that's something to do today. Go have a look at TikTok.
Do it. Oh my gosh, let's follow each other. And then I send everyone the best TikToks. I send them all like the thirst stuff and like the dodgy stuff. So because my TikTok algorithm is so broken at the moment. I have everything from like BDSM queens to like daddy doms to like how to clean your kitchen. So it's clean talk, kink talk, book talk, paint talk. So I'm just going to send you stuff and then you can figure out your algorithm.
I'll go download it and follow you. And I think, is it follow? I don't even know. But I'll go download it and then we take it from there.
Okay, great. I'm excited. But I'm also excited for what you have to offer because I think after this single that we're all going to hear for the first time on the 10th of September, I cannot wait for the rest because if it's going to sound similar to this, I think that there is going to be a massive explosion of you everywhere and it's just going to get bigger and bigger and bigger and bigger. So talk to me a little bit about you. Where are you from? Where do you come from? What made you into this artist that you are today?
So I'm from Pretoria. Been living here all my life. I started playing guitar back, I think I was 12 years old.
Wow.
So I had this best friend in primary school that played guitar and she sang. And then one day she just asked me to promise her that, you know, I'm going to learn how to play guitar. And I promised her. And then 2 weeks later, when we were 12, she committed suicide. And I saved up, kept that promise, bought my first guitar, wrote my first song. And I've just been playing ever since.
What has your journey been like in the industry? Because I think, you know, when you first start out, it's exciting and it's fun. And then as you continue, I think there are many hurdles and many mountains to overcome, and you burn a lot of fingers and you learn a lot of lessons. And I feel like having been in the industry for for a while, and having played with a bunch of people and having done all the things that you've done, I feel like you must have had some moments where you thought, maybe not for me. Have you had those moments?
Well, I think like a lot of people know that I started off originally as a sound engineer. So I did sound and lighting and rigging for many years, and I absolutely loved doing that. And then went into the performing side of it. From sound to now, there's always every now and then, especially now in the last 2 years with the COVID thing, I think there's a lot of artists out there that think, shit, is this,
Yeah.
are we going to be able to make it, But there's never been a point in my life that I've thought, let's stop, let's try something else. I've always wanted to do music. I've always wanted to write. I've never thought about being, quote, famous or whatever. That's not something that I'm focused on. Like we did a viewing with a couple of people last night with a music video, and I was in tears, just thinking this is my debut single coming out. Last year, round about this time, I was actually talking to a friend. I played the riff on guitar and I told him, this is a song, this is an idea, this is something I want to work on. In the lockdown, I did 21 songs in 21 days. So for every day, for 3 weeks, I wrote a song, lyrics, music, recorded everything. And this was one of those songs. So I took a day and I wrote this. And when I was done with it, I thought, this has to be the first single that I bring out. And we've just been working at it. And I don't think there'll probably still be times in my career that I feel like maybe take a step back, but there's never been a time that I've wanted to do anything else.
So talk to me a little bit about your songwriting process, because 21 songs in 21 days seems a bit excessive, but I feel like if it's in you, right? And it's got to come out. So talk to me about this song in particular, Hurting Love, that launches on the 10th of September. What was the idea behind this song?
So a lot of my songs, of my writing, I try to channel difficult topics. So when I wrote Hurting Love, I thought about, I want to write a song about someone looking at someone that they love struggling with active addiction in any form, any substance abuse. So this is how I think people would feel towards someone that suffers from that. So I took a day and I put myself into the shoes of let's say I took my mom, for instance, and I thought, because I struggled with substance abuse for most of my life. I started drinking and all of that stuff at a very young age, and she's had to deal with that. And I thought, this is how I thought my mother saw me. She struggled to look at me. That's how I felt for a long time. So that's where Hurting Love comes from.
Did you play it for her and ask her if that's how she felt?
No, I'm not someone that talks too much about what I'm feeling, so I don't want to go into that conversation with my mom, because it's going to be, I'm quite easy to open up difficult conversations with strangers, and but I don't want to talk to the people that I care about what I'm feeling. It feels awkward to me.
No, so valid. So valid. Okay, so is this going to be an album? Is this going to be an EP? What are we looking forward to from you?
So this is actually part of a 5-track EP that I'm working on. But earlier you mentioned, if the music goes on in the same trend, same type of genre. The strange thing is every song in this EP is completely different. Okay. So the next song is actually the first song I wrote, an Afrikaans song called Hemelpoort. It's going to be heavy orchestra driven ballad type of thing, and then there's a folk song and a country song. So everything's the last song is a pop song. So I'm working on a lot of different stuff. I listen to a lot of music. When you said you know you like metal and screamo and stuff, I still listen to that. That's what I listened to all of that when I was in primary school. As I got older, the music got a bit more chilled, but you know, I still listen to everything. I still play a bit of everything. So it's difficult for me to say this is going to be an, let's say, a singer-songwriter album, because I don't think it's going to be
Mm.
just that. It's going to be so much different things. And working with Peach is such a blessing, because the ideas that come from him as well, it's just amazing. So every song is going to be a bit different, but I think we're going to do, we've uh, talked about 5 songs that we're busy with. So every couple of months for the next year, we're going to release a single with a
Wow.
music video.
Okay. Talk to me a little bit about working with someone like a Peach, or such a prolific producer in the country, because you worked with him on Hurting Love. You're obviously working with him on a couple of other songs. How does that relationship come about? Do you reach out to people like this? Do you know them from previous industry work? How did you guys meet?
So I've got a good friend, Christian Stein from Stein IP. We were busy talking because they do all my copyright and trademarks and stuff. Just to, you know, you have to get, when you write a music or whatever, you have to have your copyright in order. And I was talking to him, and I told him, I sent him through all the demo versions of the 5 songs. Like, I want to do it. I want to do an acoustic EP. And he said, I got a couple of quotes, and then he said, I think you should talk to Peach, because Peach is a client of his as well. And he hooked me up with Peach. And from the first day I walked into the studio, we just clicked. You know, we walked in with Hurting Love. We did vocals, everything, because Hurting Love, the vocal is a single take throughout the whole song. It's just one take. We did 3 or 4 takes of the song, and the 4th one, we said, this is the one. It's
Wow.
done. Did that, and I did the harmonies, and it was done. We worked on it, the vocals, for an hour probably. And
Wow.
you know, we walked in, and I immediately knew this is the guy. When he started playing me the ideas that he had with the ideas that I've got, it just clicked, and everything started to sound like what I've had in my head for the last couple of months working towards it.
So when you're in a space like that, and you're working with someone like Peach Van Platen, who's been in the industry both in front of and behind and backstage and everywhere, do you ever get nervous bringing your project to these people and showing it to them in the form that it's in? Are you ever afraid that they're going to be like, no, this is shit, or like, I hate this, or something? 'Cause I would be so nervous.
I'm always nervous. That's a weird thing. Like, when it comes to, I can grab a guitar and I can play you a cover of probably any song you can think of, and I won't even think about it or anything. As soon as I have to play anything that I've written to anyone, even if it's one person, if it's a crowd, I'm always nervous about the music that I've written. I'm always thinking, what are people going to think? Because essentially it's a part of yourself that you're giving out. Everything, especially someone that writes like I do, and I put myself into that emotional state. If I'm writing about depression or whatever, I force myself into a hole, and I keep myself there until the song's written. So putting yourself out there like that is always going to be difficult. And when I with the first text messages, and is it text or WhatsApp? What do you call it? WhatsApp messages
Text is cool.
that I sent to Peach. I asked him, you know, if anything of this sounds to you, you must tell me. You know, if it doesn't sound, and he's like, no, everything sounds good. He likes the songs. We actually had a difficult time picking 5 songs for the EP, because I sent him through all of the songs that I wrote in that 3 weeks, as well as a bit extra. So we narrowed it down from like 50 songs to 5. And yeah, so going to him with all of that, the last couple of years of my life, basically giving it to him and saying, this is what I've got. It was stressful, but I think he helped calm me down. He said, dude, this is cool. Don't stress so much.
I feel like it's giving a stranger your journal. with like all of the things that happen in your head, and you're just like giving it to someone and going, yeah, make it sound good. Like, help me fix it. Help me grow it into something that I want to give to the world. And then you're taking that journal entry and all of the things that are in your head, and then you're gifting it to the rest of the world. So I can't imagine what that must feel like. I mean, to create something and put it out there for everyone to essentially judge you on. It's musos for me are, you guys are weird. Like, you create and then you give to us, and we sit here and we go, yeah, I love it. No, I hate it. Oh, oh, she's great. And you guys just kind of go, okay, well, we'll do another one. We'll carry on. But I wanted to know, with lockdown and the pandemic, because you were obviously writing during the pandemic and you've now recorded the song and the single, the EP is coming. What does PR look like for you in 2021? Because if it was 2019, we would be doing this in a studio, you would be performing the song everywhere, we would come to listening parties. What does this rollout look like for you now?
Like I said, for me, it's a difficult thing because I'm not good with the social media aspect of things, and unfortunately, at this stage, most of it is social media driven. But I'm still playing shows. I'm still talking to people, going to places, making sure to get the PR right. But for the last since lockdown started, my big focus has been growing a social media following. So I've been working on that because I think that is the way to go at this stage. So last year I started doing a couple of YouTube covers, um, put that on Facebook. I think we started because I've got a good friend of mine, Janis de Villiers from Moving North Media, that shoots all my music videos. He did Hurting Love's music video as well, but he helped me out to shoot uh, some cover videos here at my home, and we started posting them, and we grew my social media following on Facebook. I think from 1,000 to 6,500 in the last 8 months.
Wow.
So PR for me at this stage is quite focused on Facebook. I feel like a lot of my fans, the fan base that I'm trying to target, I'm not targeting essentially 16, 17-year old people, and I'm not targeting people in their 60s. So I think in the middle of that, the people 25 to, let's say, 40, most of them are still on Facebook. So my PR is mostly Facebook based at this stage. Starting with Instagram, it took me about 3 months to figure out how to make a post. So that was strange. Not good with that at
I
all.
love
So
your
I'm
honesty so much. I love you.
now I've got to do like TikTok, like you said, and I've got to go figure that out as well.
I got you. I
But
got you. I'll help you. I'll help you.
yeah, it's so for me right now, I think a lot of my fans are actually friends of mine. Like I said, we did the preview last night at a new venue that opened up in Ferry Glen. Savar Bar. It's a buddy of mine owns the place, a live venue, and we had 50 of my friends come through just to come watch the video. I played a set. We chatted about the song, but it's people that I've known from kindergarten. I've got friends from kindergarten up to now that are still a part of this journey that have been following me. So PR for me is just one thing that I try to focus on, is to make every person that watches a show or a video, they must feel like they're part of my family, essentially. And so I do a lot of Facebook lives, and I chat to the people. I play songs. I ask them, what do you want to hear? What's the meaning to these songs for you? So I also did a whole segment of Wednesday Wise and told people why I cover certain songs, what the meanings of it is. And, so PR for me is just trying to build a family for myself, and, not just for me, for other musos, for people. I think the live music industry in South Africa needs a huge family right now. We need to everyone just get together. So that's what PR for me is.
And support each other. And when you have a family, it doesn't matter if you fight, or if you break up briefly, or if you go your separate ways, you'll always find your way back to each other. And I think that that's exactly what you've just said reminds me of my relationship with bands like Skunk and Nancy, or the bands that you know from back in the day, and they become part of your family, and then you grow up and you forget about them, but every now and then you find your way back when you're driving to Pretoria from Brakpan and you have an hour and a half to kill or whatever, and you're in the car and you're like, let's reminisce. And I feel like I definitely think it's a good way to think about it, because when you remove fans and followers and turn them into family, it becomes more personal and you can become far more authentic. So I'm here for this journey. Okay, so EP, lots of singles, small baby shows everywhere, nowhere.
Yeah, so I'm still playing quite often. Like this weekend, most of my shows at this stage is actually Joburg based. So I'm playing 2 venues. I don't even know where. I'm so busy with other stuff as well. But I know I'm at Milk Bar on Sunday.
Okay.
So I'm still playing shows, still giving that part of myself to everyone, that everyone needs a bit of live music.
Yes.
I don't think oh no, I'm lying. I've actually met one guy that said he doesn't like music, but I don't think he's well in the head.
Yeah, that's like people who don't like dogs. We don't like them or trust them. They're robots.
Yeah,
they are the reptilians. There is the reptilian agenda. It's not the queen. It's these people that don't like dogs and music. It's those people.
Exactly. So, I'm still playing. It's going slowly, but venues are opening up, which is great. Venues are opening up to musos, because I feel like I said, the live music industry needs a bit of a boost at the moment, just for overall everyone's mental health. I think it would be great if everything could just open up now. People could get back to watching their favorite artist, going to a festival. It's so good for your mental health to be able to go do the things you want to do. So, but luckily, the venues are opening up. I'm playing quite often. I think I'm booked every week for the next month or so. So at least it's getting there.
Good. This is good news. Okay, so single out 10th of September, video out 10th of September. People can watch it on YouTube, download the single wherever you get it, share it as much as you can. And please, someone wonderful, make a TikTok with the song so that Tian can be exploded on TikTok. And follow him everywhere. Where do we follow you? What is your Instagram handle and your Facebook handle? And do you have a Twitter? I don't have a Twitter. Do you have Twitter?
I don't have Twitter.
Good.
I'm still getting used to all of the social media stuff. Every time I get a notification that someone's following me, I get a bit freaked out. I'm checking out the windows. Who's stalking me? But on Instagram, it's Tian, Tian _Nienaber, Nienaber. And on Facebook, Tian Nienaber. So that's where I'm at. And then, of course, YouTube as well. I've got a channel with a lot of covers. The video is dropping there 9 a.m. on Friday. Very excited to share that with anyone who's willing to take 3.5 minutes to watch.
I'm excited. I'm very, very excited. Tian, thank you so much for your time. And everyone, please go follow him and listen to the song and share the song and stream the song as many times as you can, because we got to support our South African musos. Good luck for the rest. When the next single drops, please can I play it? And you can come back again.
Definitely, Danny. Thank you so much for having me. I appreciate it. Have a lovely week. Stay safe.
I can see it in your eyes when you look at me. See it in the way you look down when you're smiling at me. You're smiling at me. Jacaranda FM.